country. I love everything about Ghana. I've been watching you now for a whole year, and I'm finally here. I feel like I'm home.
My name is Alice Winston. I'm from Maryland, USA, and I just love this country. I just feel safe when I walk the street. I don't have to look. I don't look over my shoulder to see who's following me or trying to rob me. This is a beautiful place. We just purchased they call it an apartment. We call it a condo in the US of A, and I love it here. And this will be my home.
A connectedness, a current of connectedness. I can't tell you how many parties, how many clubs, how many events we went into, some crowded, some not, some we would walk to the front, some, we weren't. And at no time did another woman size me up. No time did a man bump another man. Oh, my bad, just afraid that it was about to be contentious. No, they kind of touch each other like, are you good? Are you trying to pass? That's, let me move out of your way. Just a lack of contention is just vibes and music and conversation and beauty and gear and progress and ideas and business exchange and goodness gracious. I understand when I hear rumblings that Africans may talk about Black or African Americans' way of thinking and just our divisiveness and how we don't get it, and we don't. And what was seeded in us from the journey onward, up and
Black American emotionally coming to the motherland, a lot of like African Americans who have been living in America, they have never been to the motherland. So some of them share their first impression, their experience. It's so emotional to see how actually African American they come to Africa. So in this video, which we are going to put on our commentaries, there's two sides of Africans who have been living in America and Black Americans. So watch that video. I will put on my commentaries.
Jay has organized this in a way that I've never experienced. The history that I learned, which you think you know, you don't really know it all, So all the history, the places that we went to, it just had such a connection. And you think about what goes on in the U.S. You say, why am I here? Go to Ghana. Think about moving to Ghana. Have a connection with Ghana. So it really has been an emotional trip for me. The food was great. The hotel was great. The places that we traveled to, just everything. I can't say anything negative. All I can say is come and see for yourself. Truth is there when you come and see it for yourself. You never know enough, and I just wish them well, and all the people that I've met, the family that we have created being among each other. I just hope that we will meet again on another trip, and it definitely will be with Jay. Yeah, so I wish everyone safe travels home.
And the people are so kind, so giving, so humble, so unpretentious. It just makes you say, this is what humanity is all about. And the food, I can't say enough about it. I thought I was going to lose about 10 pounds. I think I've gained about 20.
We aim to please.
And, the history, the experience, it just lets you know how much you don't know. You know, it's been like an education for me, you know, and I look forward to doing it again and coming back, because we got a general overview of everything. We got a little this, a little that, but next time I come back, I'm going to be more detailed and more organized, and really seek out the things that I found to be more interesting than other things that we experienced. And that's principally it, you know. I'm sorry to leave at this particular point in time, but, you know, duty calls.
Each day I woke up and I had to say out loud, I'm in Africa. Because I don't know for sure if it's even sunk in, or if I just feel comfortable here, that it already feels like home, because I have to keep reminding myself, I'm in Africa. It wasn't because of, you know, smooth streets or
Not at all.
or a Ghana
Smooth.
massage. Okay.
Smooth streets.
I'm happy here. I love the people. I love it's tiring.
When you say it's tiring, what do you mean?
It's tiring to worry about your son.
Yeah.
It's tiring to go somewhere that you deserve to be.
Man, seeing all of those beautiful black people welcome us with warmth, with kindness, with love. Oh man, it was so therapeutic and beautiful. We sit our bags down, we walk to the market at the corner, and all of the employees there are beautiful Kenyans, and I'm just walking around just so grateful. The employees are just kind of smiling at how happy we are to be there. They don't understand what we had just endured. I love you, Kenya.
I just got back from the continent, from Ghana specifically. And my goodness, did they do a number on us here in these United States. What I experienced there was a connectedness, a current of connectedness. I can't tell you how many parties, how many clubs, how many events we went into, some crowded, some not. Some we would walk to the front, some, we weren't. And at no time did another woman size me up. No time did a man bump another man. Oh, my bad, just afraid that it was about to be contentious. No, they kind of touch each other like, are you good? Are you trying to pass? That's, let me move out of your way. Just a lack of contention is just vibes and music and conversation and beauty and gear and progress and ideas and business exchange and goodness gracious. I understand when I hear rumblings that, Africans may talk about Black or African Americans' way of thinking and just our divisiveness and how we don't get it. And we don't. And what was seeded in us from the journey onward, up until today, keeps us from really recognizing where we come from. And all the things that had to happen for us to be here right now. To really get that, you can't be the same. You can't be the same. You can't have the same contempt for your brother or sister.
At the age of 18, I traveled to Senegal in West Africa. And for those who don't know, Senegal is a Muslim country. When I was in Senegal, I was actually quite scared of Muslims initially because of 9/11, because I had many misconceptions about Muslims. So actually going to Senegal opened my mind. I realized, number one, that there's African Muslims. I'd never seen African Muslims. So I was really interested in understanding, how did Islam come here? You know, and when I went to Senegal, this was the first time I actually heard the adhan. It was fascinating. You know, I was really happy to hear the call to prayer. I wanted to understand it. I wanted to understand the meaning. And I met some Muslims. I came across a brother who, at the time, he was working in the hotel, and he invited me to his house, to stay in his house. So I ended up living with him for some time. I went to a Muslim wedding. I went to a Muslim funeral, and I witnessed him and his mother and his family praying. We ate together, sitting on the floor, and all these things were amazing to me. And while I was staying in the brother's house, who was a Muslim, his grandmother passed away, and she was 105 years old, and he was crying. He was sat on the bed crying. So I sat next to him. I put my arm around him, and I said, you know, she'll go to a better place. And he said, I'm not crying because she's passed away. He said, she's a Muslim. He said, she goes to Jannah.
Will help you. You can just die on the street. Nobody cares. Because all people, they just focus on themselves. But it's normal. They must focus on themselves, or else they will end up the same. But Africa is community. You know, this is a big difference. So that's why also this girl, she said, before I come to Europe, I never know what is depression, anxiety, fear. This is the things we face in Europe every single day. I mean, me, I had quite a good environment because my family, my father, he has a big house, so we have more apartments in the house, so I could stay there. But people who maybe don't have this luck, they need to rent, because houses also in my country, together with the land, are very expensive. This we are talking about, let's say you pay for a house 200,000 euros plus for the land. So it's a very, very stressful life, you know, and taxes are big, everything. So it's not an easy life.
All right, so this right here is an eye-opening message, especially for the Africans, because now it is important that we all understand what we have. They say that you never know what you have until you lose it. And they also see that the grass is greener at the other side. So it's important as an individual, it's important as a group of people, it's important as a country, it's important as a continent that you understand the value of where you're coming from. It is very important. This is what is going to make you have that patriotism of fixing your continent and country as much as you can in your own little way.
The moment you leave Africa and enter the diaspora, you appreciate where you're from. And for me, it came from a point of discrimination. I felt like there were times opportunities flew past me because I was black, even when I thought I had the capabilities. At that level of, you know, not feeling wanted, not feeling appreciated, not feeling seen because of the color of your skin, instead of having an inferior complex and appreciating their side, you end up appreciating who you are and saying, I'm black for a reason. I come from a country that's beautiful and a continent that's beautiful. And why I stay grounded in Africa thing is because, for instance, Bonnie, let me give you an example. Right now, Iran is having issues with the US. Where are most people finding their news? Is it CNN or Al Jazeera?
I think CNN.
No, actually, it's Al Jazeera. Most people are tuned to Al Jazeera for this conflict.
Yeah.
Why? Because Al Jazeera is Arab. It's in the Gulf. It is the equivalent of having first-hand information about the Gulf. It gives you an Arab perspective of what's happening there. Now, there's a conflict between Rwanda and DRC. Where will people get most of the authentic, so-called authentic news from? The BBC, CNN. And usually the editors in those media companies project a narrative that either their government wants or their donors want, of which none of them is African interest. So when you see how that affects, and even because people are racist, some because they just don't like Africans, but most people are racist because this is how they are trained. This is what they see on TV. This is what they think we are, and the media just amplifies that narrative. So when you see all that and seeing it happening, you're like, no, this is not who we are. We are not beggars. We are not people living in, yes, we live in huts, but a hut, rather than seeing it as a sign of poverty, see it as our way of life. Appreciate it. Because you're on the culture that stays in a hut. In China, there are systems of culture that have been there for 5,000 years. They don't say it's poverty. They say it's culture. Here we say it's poverty. So you get the difference. So that makes you want to be African, tell the African story, and propagate Africa. It's not like we are saying we're only going to give the positive news about Africa. No. Like I said to the Al Jazeera thing, we are giving news or stories by Africans, from Africans, through an African lens.
Yo, you know, one thing I really miss about South Africa, living abroad, is how we greet each other. Everybody greets one another. The cashiers, the petrol gachi, we say, hi, how are you? And we wait for a response too, eh? No, I'm good, lekker, how are you? I miss that genuineness of just community. I used to be so surprised when I see these foreigners walking into Engine or asking, can I get this, and can I get some cigarettes? And the cashier's like, hold on. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Oh, okay, what, now I can help you. It's not just the greeting. We genuinely care about you. And I don't know, I just miss it. I miss that. I had to come back to when I came back to the States. I was like, oh, wait, I need to snap back into my States mode. But that just feeling of being home and people asking you, how are you? How's life? Like, I miss it. I miss my people.
I'm not in South Africa anymore, and it makes me so sad. It's wild because I've never been somewhere that has made me sad to leave, even though I know that I can go back. But I think South Africa has become somewhat of a home for me. I was telling my sister that I have a routine there. I have friends there. I have things to do there. I have a gym there. Like, it's become a whole routine for me, and it's become home, I think. So now I am sad, and I miss South Africa. I think I'm gonna have to go back. Anyway, I love South Africa, and you changed my life. I don't know how. I can't explain it. I have a lash girl in South Africa. I have a nail girl in South Africa. Still don't have a hair girl in South Africa, but you know what I mean. I love this for me. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get on with my life now, unfortunately. I'll tell you guys about my flight. I think I have some footage of my flight. It wasn't that great, to be honest. There was bad weather, and so the pilot had to fly all sorts of different places to get out of the bad weather. Plus, I didn't enjoy my meal, but that's my fault. So I got a meal. I traveled first class, and they usually give you like a whole 3-course meal like 3 times for the flight, and I messed up, and so my meal was horrible. I'll tell you guys about that.
You know, in Africa, you can wake up and go to a shop and greet people, and people will greet you back. But from the video that we are watching, and how this sister, she's an African American, maybe she's a mixed blood. I hope you guys have seen her. The way she explained how she miss South Africa. You understand? She miss how friendly how people was. Not even friendly, like how people show up, like greeting somebody. Like if you're in Africa, I've been living in different countries in Africa. I've ever been to Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Tanzania. It's actually very, very normal to greet somebody and someone greets you back. I don't know about other countries. So I would like you guys to leave us your thought in the comment section, and thank you so much for liking the video. Leave us your thought in the comment section. I'll appreciate so much, and anything that you have in mind, we'll appreciate. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe on IO Trends.